is in the house.
Look at that. Straight Butter gets us in. Yeah, I'm trying to get these things initialized here. And for some reason, we are not having luck getting the die roller initialized. And so just in the process of doing that, and Straight Butter takes us in. Nice job, Straight Butter. How are you doing? Yeah, the refresh is on this. You can see it says waiting for the. It's like Signal R isn't connecting, is what it feels like. The back overlay as well has got problems. Yeah, I restarted things. It didn't start on time because of this, and did it one more time. And I do not have an explanation for why it's so slow today versus anything else. Every day I start the same way. I reboot my machine, follow a sequence of steps to start up the show. And today, for some reason, it is deciding not to play nice. Drones aren't working either. Yeah, Signal R is like flipping dead, apparently, between these two, and or we're in the chat room, we're just simply not getting, let's see what else. We may not be getting chat messages. No Twitch messages may be coming in. So it's kind of a combination of a couple things. It just looks like Signal R and the Twitch notices are not working so well. So anyway, that's what I'm working on now. I want to get those started before we go. So if you're looking for some code, give me a second to get that going. Let me refresh those caches. Yeah, so I'm looking at this right here. These scroll bars means it's taking a long time. I've seen this load in seconds, like in a second. And I've seen it, what appears to just lock up like it is right now. And when it does this, it seems like the only thing that kind of restores it, no matter how many times I refresh and try to resend the data using Signal R, the piece that really seems to fix it is if I shut down my overlays and restart everything. That's what seems to be the fix to this thing, which I think I'm about to do right now. I'm about to shut them all down one more time. Close that down. Close that down. I'm going to cancel this. We've reset. I'm going to bring up PowerShell, kill every instance of Chrome, start up one more time, close my D&D app, come back over here one more time to run it. And so now if we bring this up, you can see the scroll bars on the bottom and the right. It still hasn't reloaded. It still hasn't refreshed itself. Let's see. We're starting up the overlays. Yep, here they come. Should see an announcement from Mr. Announcer Guy. Not sure why it's saying it's flashing paused in the debugger, but we're not debugging this. Yeah, even this is taking a long time to load. Normally this would be done loading by now. Let's see if I can encourage it by stopping and restarting. Yeah, I don't get this paused in the debugger. Is that my problem? The VS has got breakpoints, like conditional breakpoints somewhere. Yeah, this is like a really unusual that this takes this long to load up. Let's try a different page. Drag in front overlay. Yeah, I don't get that. Pause in the debugger. Still taking a long time to load. Yeah, uncharacteristically long time to load. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of hope for this. If I click on this button, I bet this is going to also take a long time to load up. Yeah, I don't even see the message. There's the message. Do we see scroll bars or no? Apparently no. We made it past that one. Let's see what this one. Refresh cache. Yeah, this taking minutes to load up does not make sense to me. Network. Yeah, it's still loading. This one also similarly still loading. Scroll bar right there. And you can see it to the right. All right, so we got the FPS chart on top. A little bit of problem here, but everything else in terms of what we've got recorded seems like it's okay. So my experience of With profilers, it's kind of like here's the big one, and you can double click it and get into it and then drill down and see what that is. But I'm not seeing, when I double click this or click it, there's nothing that really seems to change on the rest of this. So it's not intuitive to me, at least when I come in here and try to get it. So below FPS, you see the CPU chart. Is that the CPU chart? This looks like network, frames, main, summary, network request. Bottom up. So waiting for initialization message. Update screen. Okay. Yeah, it's Could be self. I got a page that's just not loading. And for some reason, all of my pages today are not loading, my overlays. It's just spinning in circles here like this. We're not at a breakpoint. In fact, it's background loading. You can see it's background loading the other images, but it never comes up and says, hey, I'm done loading. I'm not familiar with this. I don't know how to fix this. I'm like looking at, I did a performance profile of it. And I'm trying to understand some of the data here. It's coming back. Any changes since the last stream? No. No changes to the low-level pieces. None at all. There's only changes to our higher-level apps that don't have anything to do with this. So, yeah, no changes other than restarted my machine. And I'm almost thinking another restart would be in order. What's interesting is this kind of looks like something I could work with right here. I don't see this over here. Well, in summary, I've got this, but I don't see that other chart. This network request, I don't know, is that the problem? Because look at this. This thing has been loading for, I don't know, 10 minutes. And like I say, it's evidence it's actually running because it's now background loaded all the images that it needs to display itself. I just don't get it. If I click stop, what if I tried this? Empty cache and hard reload. That's the one thing I haven't tried today. Normally this loads in about a second or two, not 10 minutes. Let's try this, actually. Let's see if we can load that up in an instance of Edge. See what we get there. There. That's kind of what the speed I'm expecting right there. Not that. Where's the player data held? Anything up with those files? Yeah, no, nothing is likely to have changed in that space. That's all in the overlays folder. Yeah, highly unlikely that it's changed. But look at this. This one's reloading it here. Let's see now if I can manipulate and run that. What is it? Why is Chrome taking so long to load it? Also, similarly on this stream, you can see that scroll bar over there on the right? That one also is similarly kind of locked up there. Let's see what we've got here. The fanfare data, that changes. There you can see straight butter and arrived earlier, and you're here codebase alpha. So those pieces have been updated to that. All of these other files have changed are inside the D&D Map Spike folder. So this is so far away from the overlays. Nothing has changed in the overlays at all. Yeah, I don't get it. Let's see what happens when we call initialize player data. Here, this is sends the signal R across. I want to see if this gets initialized over here in the other browser. And this one's still loading. Yeah, I don't know what to search for here. Yeah, but it doesn't quite explain what's happening inside of OBS. OBS is not using Chrome. It's highly unlikely it's using Chrome browser. Yeah, and again, I'm like, okay, kill it, kill it, kill it. One more time, I want to shut everything down. Oh, look, that overlay, the refresh over here worked. Yeah, one more time. So far, you know, interesting show. Watching Mark try to get these pieces up and running. All right, let's kill every instance of Chrome again. Just ran it. It says, hey, Mark, nothing's running in Chrome. It all shut down cleanly. I'm like, okay, let's start again. Yeah, I almost think that the solution to this is to restart OBS. I think if it fails this time, I think I'm going to shut down the stream and do a restart on OBS, try one more time. And what do you want to bet that solves the problem? That's what it feels like to me. Reboot. Yeah, you know, the thing is, Codebase Alpha, I start every show following a regimen of steps, including a reboot. So this is a freshly rebooted machine when I start. So I start under the same conditions theoretically every single time. Look at that. Got it that time. All right, let's go into the overlays on the stream and see how quickly those load up. Refreshing the front overlay, I think. Is that the one I did? Yeah, the front overlay. Is it done? Okay. Refreshing the 3D dice. This is either, okay, there we go. There's the 3D dice. I think the 3D dice still have scroll bars up. Might be taking a moment on that. Okay, this is done. That's the first time this has happened right here, where that's come in fast like that. Yeah, did you notice all I did is shut down everything, started it up one more time. Although the dice roller looks like it's taken a while to refresh itself. Yeah, I'm going to try one more time on it, bringing it up. So see, I've got the scroll bars here and here. And often if I just, whatever distance I am in time in the process, if I just come and click it, like I think 3 times out of 4, it'll just immediately come and fix it. It'll just come in and then reload it quickly. Although this is not one of those 3 and 4. It's got still a scroll bar off to the side right there. Okay. One more time, try it again. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, and I don't know. There's no Windows update that should have occurred between yesterday and today. Like nothing happened that I'm aware of that would explain this. So Yeah, I would love to figure out this problem. Why is it taking so long to load that? What's interesting is this one loaded up super quickly. I can go out and I can bring up the die roller and we can say, look at that, and load that up as well over here. See how long that takes. And is it the same thing? Are we back in something that's going to take many seconds to load? Nope, there, it's done. What's going on here? Come on, OBS. Refresh. In case you're wondering, my task manager looks like this. I can usually tell when my machine is really taxed all the way up at 90-something%, and I don't have any symptoms of that. So the fact that it's at 80% is totally with my expectations in terms of what I'm seeing. So yeah, I don't get that. Edge is pretty high though. Let me take Edge. How you doing, baby?
Hi, honey. You sound frustrated.
Oh, I'm totally frustrated.
Hi, everybody.
There you go. There's Codebase Alpha's out there. Straight Bud is out there.
Hi, kids.
Yeah, they're just
Guess
watching
what we're
me.
going to do tonight when this show is over? We're driving 5 hours to go to the capital city of Costa Rica, San Jose, to see who?
Backstreet Boys.
Tell me why.
I don't know if you knew this or not,
nothing but a heartache.
I was actually a member of Backstreet Boys before
Really?
they were like, we're Backstreet Boys, and you're like an old man, and you can't be in the band anymore. And that's just when they made it big, when they kicked me out.
Is that when you started Backstreet Old Men?
No. But I was,
was later?
that was tough for me because, just FYI, I just come off, as you know, I just come off of the breakup from the Spice Girls.
Ugh.
They got a same thing. They were like, I don't know if you noticed, but our band name is called Spice Girls, and you're like Old Spice, and you can't be in our band anymore. And I'm out, and then that's when they made it big.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. All right, Backstreet Boys tonight.
Yeah, okay. That's what we're going to do. I just want to write some code, kids.
Okay.
I want to write code, and this is not, yeah, I think an OBS restart is my secret sauce to success. That's what I think. Why is Edge taking up so much space? Let's shut down at least one of my edges. Do I have another one I can shut down? Then I've got the only thing left is a chat window. Shut that down. It drops significantly. That was taking up 10% before. See, even OBS Studio is not taking up a lot. OBS is just chilling at 13.7%. Let's one more time go back into here. Before the last resort is to shut down OBS on this and try again. Refresh cache at current page. One more time. Mark quit One Direction just before they made it big as well. Yeah, they were like, Mark, you're always going in two directions. Have you noticed our band name? It's like I'm the secret sauce to success. Getting me, oh, look at that. Did that just work? So what did I do? I closed down Edge that was bringing in the stream, was essentially download the stream that was taking up 10%. Did that just super fix it or not? Let's look at it. Let's go into the back overlay. Let's bring that up. Let's refresh the back overlay. How quickly is this going to go away? About now is when it normally kicks in and goes away, right about now. There it is. Look at that. Okay. I'm stunned. I don't understand. I have no explanation as to that. Let's take our drone game as well. Refresh that. Here it is right here. Here's the refresh. And this, similarly, we should see on a normal fast load, these go away in about like 3 or 4 seconds. Okay, I'm going to bring that over there. Looks like maybe we are okay. It was really seemingly bizarrely closing down that one browser and Edge. That was kind of the thing. Still loading here though. Still got those scroll bars on the outside. Let's, while we're waiting on that, let's try our Signal R connection over from this guy. Click on initialize player data. That should make the text above in red. Ooh, everything but the dice roller went away. Will the dice roller go away, or does the dice roller, if the dice roller doesn't go away, that means the dice roller needs a refresh. Is that plain Edge or Chromium Edge? I don't know how to tell. I think it's probably plain Edge. Here's what it looks like to me right here. How do I tell? Looks like plain edge. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't, I'm not, you know, I know what I did. I refresh, I got it, I removed it and all of a sudden everything loaded up, but I'm not ready to blame Edge on this. I'm really not. Let me try one more time on the refresh. So this is taking too long. Let me try another time. And usually the second time it's just like, bum, bum, bum. Okay, we're loaded. I move to Chromium Edge. Okay. I will do that. All right, that sounded good. And we've got our 3D dice layer we want to refresh as well and try and reconnect there. And holy cow, is this going to finally get through on this? I hit the refresh. I'm going to do it one more time. There we go. It goes away, and I want to see it come back. There's the scroll bar. I want to see the scroll bar go away. Yeah, nice. Then I want to go reinitialize the data again. The red text says die roller is waiting for player to go to data to be initialized is expected to go away. It just did. Let's see if I can get a drone flying out here now. Come on. No drone. Can I do a fixed? I can do a fixed. Why can't I do a drone? Yeah, the I don't see scroll bars, but I also am seeing a lot of flashing coins on the drone game. So that means signal R. Coins looking weird though, yeah. I'm gonna refresh the cache one more time. Oh no, they're starting to come in. Okay, starting to come in, but my drone's not working. Yeah, flashing coins just stopped for me. Yeah, drone's not working. I think we got to reinitialize drone game. We're close. I think we've got control of the D&D stuff. Yeah, Fred says thumbs up on that. So Fred is our guy on that. I'm going to go back to the drone game. Refresh it one more time. Yeah, would you agree? I think this is weird behavior. Yeah, normally this is all like setting up and like in the course of maybe 5 minutes, I've run through all the resets on everything, refreshed everything. Everything's refreshed quickly and I'm up and running. That happens every morning except for this morning. Excuse me. Yeah, this is taking a while for the scroll bars to go away. All right, well, I'm going to let this keep going. When I notice the scroll bar is going away, I'm going to try flying a drone, see if that works. Total distraction this morning. That's my least favorite thing in the show that we do in the show. While we're waiting for those scroll bars to go away and for the drone game to load up, let's come over into Adobe After Effects. Oh, interesting. We're sucking up some CPU here that we didn't need to do. This thing was just kind of running in a circle here. So it's got 3D rendering here. Let's stop this for a second. And I don't know if that's going to help with the load speed or anything like that. But basically, I've got another monster over here that we need to build and send out. Like that. This is what is this? A needle blight is what this thing is. So that's the needle blight right there. That's him falling down in different locations. Let's generate him. So we'll do that. We'll switch over to PNG and we will grab this folder. We're going to call this the needle blight. Or maybe I'll call it blight_needle. How do I want to do this? I'm trying to think about it because I want to be able to automatically grab these files based on whatever monster they throw down. The normal name is needle blight. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Pascal case like that, needle blight _. And then if I had variations of it, I would then separate it with another underscore and whatever that variation is right there. So that will be the name. Okay, this is not, we've learned in the past, this is not good. Look at that. Good job, Codebase Alpha. Thank you for that. And how are we doing? Oh, it looks like I can test out my drone. Is it working or no? I see that Straight Butter has tried it. There we go. Okay. So if I can send my drones out, that means I can also play some music, which is always nice to do. Did I hit the music button? There it is right there. Okay. Whew! And now we're finally in. Okay, so we're here. We learned yesterday that there's this weird behavior in After Effects where if it adds the word monsters at the beginning, it's not going to put it in the monsters folder. It's going to put it in the monsters/monsters folder. So I think I want to change the folder to this for now. Hit save. Wow. That still says monsters, even though I changed it to monster production. All right, well, I think it's going to work. Oh, there, look at this. Right down here, that's the piece, save in subfolder right there. That's the piece that I hadn't noticed before. Okay, so let's go back into monsters, but now turn this checkbox off. I've just cleared it right there. And now we can now at least control what's going to happen. Okay, cool. Needle blight, PNGs, let's render. So it's going to generate those. Then we've got this other app, our monster asset builder. Let's start that up. Run that. So we're still generating this file. The monster asset builder has told us, hey, Needle Blight's missing images. That's okay, because it's still making changes. Once they're saved, the creature cropper should come in and say it found the Needle Blight. Now we can select it, we can say crop it, and now it's going to crop it. And while that crops it, it's going to be generating the PNGs from that, the cropped PNGs, out in, where is it putting these? I think in here. Is that right? No, it's not there. Hold on. I can work my way to it if I just click on assets here. Coming here. I think it's in maps. Miniatures. And there's my Needle Blight. And there we can see we're still kind of looking and analyzing each one, building the pieces. Here they're coming in right here. Also, this is unusual behavior. This is a PNG. I'm clicking it to preview. It takes a long time to load it up. And I bet you I'm at 80% or less. Look at that. Yeah, it's like I can feel the CPU usage. Yeah, click it. 1, 2, 3. There's now the update. Okay. So now that we have that generated, cool. Cool. Let's save this. Adobe After Effects. Get it out of the way. What if the After Effects was slowing that down? That's kind of interesting. It's a lot of 3D stuff happening. It shouldn't affect it, I think, but I don't know. What do I want to do? I want to go to my D&D Map spike, and I want to start work here. This is where we left off yesterday. And I want to kind of back up. I kind of had started, at least I had a dream about this. And the dream was, you're doing it wrong, Mark. And the dream said, back up what you're doing with the characters. So here are my characters. Here's the new Vine Blight that we've got right there. And the dream said, you know what? Back it up. Back it up, Mark. You're totally doing it the wrong way here. What I want to do instead, architecturally, is I want to create a piece where I want to hold all the selectable items in one list. Right now I've got one list for these, and notice the other guy's moves because whatever bug. And if I click on this guy and now I move this one, see that's just adding it to the selection. I have two lists, one for characters and one for stamps. And I realized, no, not what I want to do. I want to make these all together in essentially the same hierarchy. So anything droppable on the surface, on the layer, is a stamp or a ancestor of a stamp. And it can be a character or it can be an actual stamp as we know it now when we're dropping the stamp down. So that means then we can fix the selection on this. We can do all kinds of things. And I think the code is going to be simpler. So that's my process today, is back it up, change this from being a separate item and integrate it into the stamps. That means we're going to have to solve serialization. We're going to have to solve commands that might work on some of the selection but not others. That sort of thing. Speaking of which, by the way, what happens if I drop 2 of these on? Let's do this like this. And I set this one to locked and this one not. I shift click on both. I drag and move and release. Only one goes because the other one is locked. Okay. All right, not the best UI. It'd be better if when we drag, the one that's locked isn't added, I think. That's an easy bug to fix. We can do that. We'll fix that soon. Okay. So that's what I want to do. Let's close it down, look at the code, see what we can do to figure this out, work our way through this. One of the things I've got that's kind of semi-problematic is this map character. Map character just kind of hangs off of, let's go back. It just descends from base item properties. Base item properties implements item properties, and if we look at its derived types, you're going to see we got a lot of things that come down from this, including ultimately the stamp and the stamp group, which we're using as we're dragging and dropping things around. Let's go to map. Here's the map class, selected stamps, selected characters. This I'm going to get rid of. So this is code that I wrote yesterday, and I'm killing it everywhere that occurs. So I'm just going to hit escape, do tab to next reference on this. All right, hold on. What's going on here? Map selecting stamps. So get stamp from GUID is now going to be able to grab everything. So I just want this to be debugger break there, like that. Okay, escape to jump back, tab to next reference. That means we don't need this anymore. Kill that. Wait, actually, before I kill that, add character selection UI. Okay, I'm going to kill this as well. Change this to this. At some point, we're going to nail it. We're going to lose it here in resize tracker. So now I want to say, hey, if item is iStamp property stamp, then we're going to come in here and do this. What's my problem here? Okay, we just need items here. What's resize tracker need? iStamp properties, do I have the wrong one? Oh, I see. No, it's just that I don't have this in begin in blocks like that. Okay, so there's my resize tracker. Item properties is there. Yeah. And then I think we're going to have an else right here. Yeah, I do like it. I agree. Codebase alpha pattern matching is awesome. And then we're going to just add a selection rec without any resized corners, I think. Like that. Let's look at resize tracker. Does it really need a stamp? What is it doing with that stamp? It's getting its width. And it's using it here, but also just getting its width and height. My point is that these are all in item properties. Like that. Where else are we using this? I bet we can do it here too. Okay, hold on. Active stamp resizing. Oh, yeah. We can't resize. Maybe I'll just keep an add. I'm going to. Let's see what we're using in active stamp resizing. Yeah, it doesn't care. We're going to change this to item as well. Yeah, it's just pretty much used as a Boolean anyway. Okay, so now resize tracker stamp. Anywhere else we're using this? Yeah, we've gone full circle. So I'm going to change this to item properties. I'm going to change this to item properties. I'm going to change this to item like this, and I'm going to rename this to item like that. Okay, jumping back out. I'm just going to hit tab to next reference on the constructor. That should get us out. That's where we are. That means we could theoretically come in here and say, you know what? I don't care if we can resize it or not. I'm going to add the resized circles around the edges because it looks good. And we'll change this to item like that. And now I'm feeling better about that. Okay, so add character selection UI. This guy right here, we are killing that. Add item selection rect. We've already got that above here. So we don't need this. So we're killing this. Which refactoring are you talking about? Just everything we're doing? Yeah. The dream doesn't lie. I've never had a dream. I don't think I've ever had a dream say, where at the end I was like, wait, why are you doing this, Mark? Almost always the dream is right. It's for me, it's just always right. Okay, so add stamp selection UI. This one is gone. Add character selection buttons. This one's a little tricky. This is also my dream told me not to do. My dream told me to get rid of this. And to incorporate essentially what we're doing here intelligently inside of add stamp selection buttons instead, right here. So this is what's going on, and this is the code I had. So we need to get the bounds. All right, selected stamps. Here's what I think I'm doing here. This is going to be a mess when I do this. I'm going to change this to item properties. Like this. Like that. This is going to be a lot of code we're going to have to fix. Dream-driven development. Nice. Angry Little Hamster's with us. Happy Friday. Angry Little Hamster, good to have you with us. I'm in the middle of massive refactoring. I'm barely able to just do this, tread water through it. I don't know why, I think I hit build or something. All right, selected characters. Let's keep going through this. We're going to kill this. Wait, we were in the middle of this. Look down in here, clear selection UI. that's the same that we're already calling from up here. We're cool with that. Move selection canvas to stop. That's the same we're calling at the bottom. We can now get rid of this right here. So escape to get out, delete this, escape again, selected stamps. Let's keep going through. Set selected stamp visibility. Okay. And this is going to be item properties. I'm pretty sure item properties has got a visible. Yeah, so this is what we're doing. Who is Fred and what is he doing? Fred, can you tell us, answer this question? This is from Kataski Feet. Kataski Feet. Fred, who are you, buddy? And what the heck are you doing here? Really? You can't do the talking? You want me to do the talking for you? All right. Fred's hiding the nice flowers. Fred, can you disappear the heck out of here, buddy? Just teleport away, buddy, so we can get flowers. Thank you. Fred came back. That was everything okay, Fred? You're gone for a while. Made me nervous. Okay, Fred is a character on a second stream, live stream. That we're not doing yet, but we're going to do it. Starting it up, we're prepping for it. In fact, all the work we're doing on this show is building the special effects for that other show. And it's Comedy Dungeons and Dragons. And you can follow us right out there at twitch.tv/dragonhumpers. If you like Dungeons and Dragons and you like irreverent comedy, I think you're going to love it. It's based a little bit on the Old Mondays comedy podcast I did with Carl Franklin, Richard Campbell, and Karen Mangicotti. So it's that kind of style of comedy out there. Fred? Okay. Was that okay, Fred? You still good? No. Okay. So anyway, Fred's a character that I picked out in the deck of many things, and so he's now plays with us. He is essentially a digital puppet. I've got a bunch of buttons here that I can press. Who's number one, Fred? Right? Who's number one? You're number one. Okay. So I can puppeteer the guy, and actually I think on Sunday I'm going to be sitting down with my kids. We're going to record a bunch more of the hand signals. And then next week we're going to give folks in the chat room control over Fred. That's what I believe was going to happen. That's my expectation, where you'll be able to type in chat commands and make Fred do things. So kind of cool. I'm excited for Sunday. Hopefully we'll have time to do that with the kids. All these hand signals right here that you're seeing, these are all animations that are essentially they were recorded shot, but then animated to look a little bit more like the way Fred moves. But they're all my kids' hands in blue makeup coming up. So we shot a bunch, and then we've got more coming up. So kind of cool. The plans. What are your plans for the weekend, Fred? Just evil plans? Okay. So that's Fred. What's he doing? He's hanging out, watching the show with us, helping us out. All right. So back over here, selected stamps. So now what we need to do, we need to go through all of my selected stamps. Oh, actually not selected stamps. Hold on a second. Not selected stamps. I want to go through selected characters. I'm in the middle of cleaning this up. There's a slight problem here. I think we're calling these items now. It looks like there's a bug in when this code was written. It's not selected items. I thought that's what we called it in map. Nope, selected stamps. Okay, we'll change it to selected stamps for now. We'll rename it to selected items in a minute. Oh wait, hold on. Select item is here. Yeah, I'm gonna kill select item, I think. I'm gonna kill it. It wasn't the bug as I suspected. But where's my call to select item? There it is. Okay. We're going to get rid of get item at as well. Or maybe we'll get rid of get stamp at. Does that make sense or no? No, we're going to do get item at. Get item at. Come on, where are you? Here we go. And this is going to go through stamps. I am killing characters here as well. I'm just going to kill it. Say goodbye. So now we're at stamps. Get item at. I'm going to rename this right now to items. Is that going to be problematic for serialization? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, wow. What is that? Let's, one of the things we're doing is we're dog fooding Coderish inside of Visual Studio. And sometimes when we see an issue, even if it's what looks like a Visual Studio issue, I'm going to report the issue. So I was just rolled back about 10 seconds and I initiated a rename on stamps and then I just hit enter on it. And then this came up. Let's see if it's reproducible. It's canceled or it's not valid. I hit F2 to rename. I hit enter and I get this. Now, I will say this file is not compilable right now. However, I'd like you to look at the logs, devs, and if we see anything, especially something helpful to Microsoft, or if this is our issue, let's fix it or get the data to Microsoft. So this is error refactoring. So I don't think I'm gonna check in the code and give you this because I just want to look for the logs. And they're going to get when we report this issue, our devs get the logs so they can look at them. Just look at the logs, see what you see in there, see if there's anything interesting. And we'll keep going here. So get item at. Get stamp at, we're going to kill that. I'm pretty sure. We're going to kill it. What happens here if I hit enter on it? That works. Yeah. The reason why having two lists is bad is I might have like a piece of furniture or like a ceiling, and then I might have a character, and then I might have a carpet. And if I click on it, I want to know which one I click and drill down by Z order. So I want to put them all in the same list anyway. Plus for serialization, it makes things easier for serialization, right? So it's like my brain is like refactoring the code in my sleep, the code I wrote. So, okay, so get stamp at, we totally need to get rid of that. It's only called in these three places. I'm going to get rid of it right now. And instead, I'm going to say, I'm going to do this. Like that. I'm going to inline this temp right here. Okay, so there's get stamp at. I'm okay with get stamp at kind of still working. That also means that if I click on a character obscuring it, I won't be able to get it, which I'm okay with. I want to see how often is it used. Only in this one place. Okay, cool. And we're just using this to do a select on it anyway, which we can kill and get rid of. Select stamp is here. All right, so let's kill this. Let's look at select stamp. What? Selected stamps. These are going to be selected items. I almost feel like I should rename this one right now. Selected items. Like that. Let's also rename the backing store behind it. Come in here. Yeah, we are, we are making radical changes everywhere, breaking things like crazy all over the place. Get stamp at is, I think, no longer implemented anywhere. Oh no, wait, am I wrong? Okay. So stamps here. I'm going to rename this to items. Yeah, it's insane what we're doing here. There's my items. Oop. No. Oh, this is the problem I had before, isn't it? It does not want me to rename stamps. And I think it's related to the data not compiling here. We'll keep it there for now. I think I am going to change this to item properties though. Yeah, breaking code all over the place. Serialized characters. I'm going to get rid of serialized characters. Get rid of reconstitute characters. Is there anything in there that I need to on-add character? Oh yeah, all of this code. Reconstituting character. Do I need it? Do I need it? I'm going to say no, I don't. Reconstituting character event args. This we can kill. We don't need this anymore. Alpha, Codebase Alpha, see you in a bit, buddy. Simon Gearing is with us, buddy. Hey, Simon Gearing, how you doing? I'm in the middle of radical dream-driven development. I had a dream that said refactor everything. So taking out my characters and then integrating them into the hierarchy for the stamps. That's what I want to do. I have to leave here in about 52 minutes, unfortunately, so I'm not sure I'm going to finish this in time. This refactoring, but we'll work on it. We'll do our best. Selected characters should be gone. Let's tab the next reference on this. Okay, we don't need these anymore. That goes away. This is going to be item properties. Been listening for the past hour or so, but had to lurk. Was doing client work. No worries, buddy. All right, let's see. At least one group is selected. Okay, that code can stay the same. This one should go to this. I'm changing it to the lowest level piece. And then if I have problems like this, let's see what happens when I change this. Create comparison right here. That's this one. What's my problem here? New property value data. Am I going to get an underline there? Probably. Yes? No? Just an object. Just looking for this editable property attribute. I think we're pretty good, in pretty good shape. Since my only use of instances is, oh, well, I've got first instance here. What's first instance? What's its type? It's an object. Okay, kids, so we're going to come in here and we're going to change this to an object like that. Create comparison, stamp properties. It's used here, get type. And what is it here? Called to compare again, passing in an object. So guess what? That's all we need for compare, right there. All right, cool. All right. Selected items. So here, yeah, item property, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Wait, these are not quite good. I want to change this to has two or more, and I want to make it a generic method. Actually, let's not right now. It has 2 or more. Let's just do that. Let's declare it. And we're basically going to say, hey, if select items.count, whatever, or let's just, at the very least for now, we're going to return this. But what I really want to do is I want to see if I've got how many items I have of a certain type is what I want to do. I want to say something along these lines where x equals, x is of type I stamp properties, like that. Dot, and then I want to say count is greater than 1. What? Do I have to do a to list on that? Maybe I do. Is that what I have to do? I guess that's what I have to do. It's weird that I got that count, but maybe count is doing something different there that I'm not familiar with. All right, so now I have this, and now what I want to do is I want to use a code rush refactoring called promote to generic parameter right there. And so I want to take that iStamp property. I'm trying to do a demo. Pudding. 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 Come on, pudding. Promised I'd come here for my segment. Okay, here's your segment. I just demonstrated a cool refactoring. Let me undo it and you'll see it one more time. I've got a type reference in here that's a unique type reference, not a like a primitive, for example. And I say promote to generic parameter, and it gives me this. And then if we go look at the calling site, it has 2 or more, it's now passing that in. So now I can say, hey, I want, do we have more than, you know, has more. Let's change this to has selection has at least. And let's pass in a parameter here, or actually, you know what we can do, instead of passing in the parameter, we should be able to go into it, take this, and promote that to a parameter, like that. And this is going to be min count, like that. So now we can say, hey, selection, now we have a nice, this is good calling code, right? So now selection has at least 2 iStamp properties in it. Right, that's what we're looking for. So nice code there. Down here a little later, I'm asking to see if we've got at least 3 items, because now I can do a distribute if I've got at least 3. So I'm going to say, hey, do we have at least 3 of those? Like that. Selection map.selection has at least 3. Map.selection has at least 3. Now we can do distribute right here. It would be cool if it marked T as a rename automatically. Yes, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, 100% right. Let me write that down. I'll get this as a reminder for after the show. Yeah, there's another thing I want to do with promote to generic as well. It's going to make it awesome. Parameter T should be marked for rename. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, and it's the T at the caret should be marked caret. There's also an interactive phase I want to do for if you're on a like an int or a string, some sort of primitive type, because not all of them you may want to change. And so it'll allow you to tab through all of them and just maybe hit the space bar to toggle whether you're going to include it or exclude it. That's kind of what I'm seeing. And so when you hit the space bar, it'll go back, convert back to the regular type. It'll still have an underline, tab, 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 tab through. You hit the space bar again on it, and it'll on it, and it'll change to either back and forth from the original type or to the new T or whatever you've renamed it as. Okay, so add stamp selection buttons. This is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. With the direction I'm going is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. I'm super bummed I have to leave soon because I wanted to see this all the way through to the end. And oh boy, am I going to be holding this in my head for a while if I haven't got this finished. So we were here, get item selection bounds. That call is there no matter what. Would be good if generic types had the same rename and reorder options as method params. I'm with you. Totally with you on that, Simon. I'm adding that as well. Cool. This is like the best part of the show. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the best part of the show is when Simon
Geary rocks.
When Simon tells me how to make Code Rush better. It's my favorite part of the show. I'm like, oh yeah. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so get item selection bounds. Now, this time, our selected items are already going to be of the item properties which we need. So we don't need to do this dumb little thing here. Selected characters, I'm going to kill it. Let me see where else it shows up. That's it. Nice. We can kill it now. Kill it, kill it, kill it. So much death and destruction on this show. Gotta watch out for that death and destruction. It looks like this. Oh, oh. Okay, so I think we got rid of that. The selected characters, good. Yeah, the code is cleaning up. It's a lot of work, but the code is cleaning up. All right, so now we've got that coming in here. Wait, add character selection buttons. I want to kill that. And we're just adding the property editor there at all. That's it. I'm going to kill it. It's gone. Goodbye. And you're gone. Say goodbye. I'm honestly not trying to get more freebies for my Code Rush subscription, honest. Hey, that's what we're here for, Simon. Let me tell you something. You know what the downside is to you requesting a bunch of features from us? You get your features. That's pretty much that's well, it's not the downside. That's what happens. There's no downside at all, right? In fact, what we want to do, we actually want people to be enthusiastic. And if you're like at this level enthusiast, if your enthusiasm is this high, but we implement some features and you're like go up to here, absolutely. That's an awesome trade for us. We will totally and Joe will do that. You know, and I should say that our choice on whether to implement a feature or not, you know, one of the things that's really important to us is this feature useful for every developer? And virtually every request we've ever had for Code Rush falls into that category. I think I've had 3 requests for Code Rush features that I was like shaking my head on, no, I can't see that useful to everyone else. The things you're requesting, Simon, are totally useful. I'm like, oh yeah, I see that. I would use that. So yeah, by all means, don't stop. Okay, let's do a build, see where our problems are. I'd love to get a build in the next 40 minutes here. And maybe something kind of working. What are we missing here? Stamps. Okay, let's go into Stamps Manager. Here it is right there. I'm going to call this items. Is this why I can't rename it? I don't know. Is that probably why? Yeah, maybe feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay, we're going to call this item properties at least. We're going to do this. Let's go back to where we were. Do we have stamps in here? Oh no, we did have it. It just wasn't the right type. It's somewhere in here. What's the fastest way to find it? Stamps. That's it right there. Let's go tap the next reference through this. Oh, characters. We don't have characters anymore. Cool. We'll kill that. Reconstitute stamps. This is going to be item properties coming in. That's my stamps. Not items, properties. I'm biased as that tool saved me a massive amount of time refactoring a big client code base to modern architecture, so I have a soft spot for it. Thanks, Simon. Well, you know, that's awesome. I'm going to pass. I'm also copying that from the to the clipboard, and I'm going to pass that on to the devs as well. They love hearing feedback. You know, we keep them down in the dungeon, and we feed them on praise from our customers. That's what we do. Okay. So let's kind of find our way through here. We're looking at this lower level piece here on add stamp, iStamp properties. Boom. I'm going to change it to item properties. Change this to items. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Can I rename this yet? Maybe not. I'm going to wait till I get in that space. Reconstituting stamps. Let's look at the event handler. Here we go. Reconstitute stamp. That's going to need item properties. Am I going to run into problems here? Stamps.add. Base stamp.create stamp from. Okay. Here's where we're getting into trouble. Because base stamp, it descends from base stamp properties. Base stamp properties descends from base item properties. All right, so cool. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, get it out of there. Actually, you know, we can use CodeRush, I think, to do this. Should be able to see pull member up. No pull member up. Is it available only on the method name? Is that the problem we discovered before? There it is. That doesn't look like CodeRush, though. Okay, cool. It's Visual Studio. I'll take it. Base item properties. All right. So now we're up at base item properties. Right over here. Straight butter. Your drone is working, straight butter? You just have to do this to fly it around. It's R and then a 3 like that. R space 3. Should be able to fly that around, I think. Is it working without the space? Maybe it is. You do. Okay, cool. You don't need the exclamation mark either. Once your drone's out, you can just use those commands to fly it. Okay. Base item properties is down in map core. I think we got to move it up. I'm going to move it up to the D&D Map editor. Is what I think I'm going to do. How problematic is that going to be? Serialized character is in map core. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's not base item properties. I need to create a descendant of base item properties. Okay. And we're going to call it base item, I think is what we're going to call it. So let's do this. Class, base item, descend from base item properties, and base item. What's my problem here? No worries. It's going to be abstract. And I want to go to... I want to get that. Clipboard. Come back over into base item. Pop it in here. Okay. This, I'm going to get rid of this. Base stamp properties? Oh, no. Why does base stamp properties? Does it need to be down in the core? It does because of serialized stamp. Hold on. Okay, so my approach to this needs to be rethought here. My base item where is it? I just created it. There. Where's base item? Did I put it on the clipboard? Is that what I did? Cut it? It's not there. It looks like I did. So I did this. This whole thing, I'm gonna get rid of that for now. I'm gonna get rid of base item as well. All right, let's see. Did I leave any trail of base item behind? I'm just doing a search for to match whole word on it, and see what we got. Taking a long time to search. Nothing found. Okay, cool. All right, so I want to go. What is it? What was on the clipboard? It was create stamp from. I want to go find now next. I want to find create stamp from. Go find the call for that. We got to figure out where to put this code. I just did drill into, go to definition. Wow, it took a long time. Base item properties. Still in the map core? Oh, because I put it here? Is that what I did? Did I paste it there? I think I might have done that. Map core does not have a stamp group. Stamp group has got higher level pieces in it. That's in D&D Map Spike. That's another higher level. So stamp group. I'm gonna create a factory class is what I think I'm gonna do. It's going to be a high-level factory, so we're going to call this the item factory. All right, I want to do a perf issue here with for the devs. Wanadza's here. I didn't see you, Wanadza. Come in here. You snuck in. Finally had some time to twitching around. Well, great. Glad to have you here, Wanadza. Perf issue. So roll back about 20 seconds, devs, and take a look at that. I expand the C template, takes a while. I type in item factory, takes a while. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but look at the perf logs and see if we can find out what's going on. I'm gonna do it one more time. C space. Look at that. Okay, there's a perf issue here. What do I call this? Item factory, like that, hands off the keyboard. Even typing in, look at that. Definitely look at that. That's like a huge issue right there. Performance issue, templates. I love it. Plus typing. And you've got the logs, access to the logs. This is the, I'm in the D&D Map Spike project, which you can get out on GitHub there. All right, so this is going to be a static class. Yeah, I'm still noticing perf issues here. Let's put that in there. And this is going to be item properties that we're going to return back. Yeah, this is crazy. Even Visual Studio is slow. Look at that to highlight it. Yeah, you got lots of juicy log data here, I think, kids. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to send you another update with the logs. Wait. Oh, I wanted to bring up the task manager. I don't think we're high. Yeah, look at that. We're at 64%. We're not high here, kids. One more time. C space. Hands off the clipboard. Off the keyboard. Let me just switch over here so we can see this. Is it going to expand in the background? Look at that. CPU usage is low. What is going on? Even the menu popping up took a long time. So yeah, there's definitely something going on here with perf issues. Let's look into that, find that, fix that. All right, that issue's been closed. Or at least when I say closed, I mean we've got an opening and a close to reporting the issue. So I've got item factory, create stamp from. Let's go find create stamp from throughout the entire solution. We're going to come in here. We have to create, this is used on deserialization. We have to be able to create a character from this as well. So we're going to use this all-purpose kind of serialized stamp to hold all kinds of data that we need to hold for an entry. A serialized item is what we're going to do. So we're going to come in here. We're going to grab that like this. Yep, still perf issues here. There's that one, and then over here we're changing base stamp to the item factory. That's pretty good. Okay, what else? Let's build. Z order. I think I want this to look like, let's declare this. It's not letting me declare it the way I want to declare it. Let's create I want to create a kind of a filtering method here. So I'll call it filter. This, and it's going to go into selected items, where X is iStamp properties, for example. We're going to do that same thing again using the CodeRush feature.toList. We're going to return that. Like that. So let's come in here, convert to function, like that. Let's make it public. So now we've got filter. Let's make this, let's promote this to a generic parameter right here. Whoops, hold on a sec. Do I want to do a convert to call? I think I do. How do I get the converts to? Do I have to do this first? Convert all? Do I have to do this? What's wrong with my convert all here? Oh, do I need the this? Sorry, there. Right? No? Why is Boolean X a Boolean in here? All right, let's go look at convert all. I feel like I've done this before elsewhere in here. Okay. What's my problem? It was my convert all not needing this. What's my problem, kids? Can I implicitly type item properties? Because that's the return type. Okay. So I think the code was right. We just missed this. Is that, there it is. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so code is right. Do I need the to list in here or is that extra? I did not need it. Okay, now what I want to do is come in here and I want to say, okay, let's convert this promote to a generic parameter. And all three of those should go as T's right there, like that. And this is going to actually be item properties. Okay, so there's my filter right there. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to say filter of iStamp properties here. Good. Good. So now what this means is if I try to execute a copy from one location to another, I'm only going to copy the things that are iStamp properties. Because I was thinking, well, I don't want to copy characters, main characters, but maybe I should be able to do that for monsters for sure, right? Should be able to drop and create an army of monsters. Okay, so this might be useful at some point in the future, but no, that's not. I actually want the original code here. So let's go back to selected items. I'm going to add Z order. Yeah, I'm going to add Z order to item properties. Like that. iStamp properties loses Z order. Let's go find the implementations of item properties. Base item properties. Yeah, I need this. Transfer properties. I need the Z order here now. Looks like it's not declared locally. Okay, let's change this to item properties. Look at our descendants here from base item properties. Derived types. Base stamp properties. Where's my Z order? There it is. Let's move this up. Pull a member up. Base item properties. Good. Good. That's what I wanted. That's the piece that would have been a bug if we had forgotten about that. Okay, base item properties, good. Escape to get back to where we were. Okay, so now this line of code should work, but it should be returning the item properties, like that. And then now we're here. New stamp. Uh-oh, what's going to happen in stamp.copy? What does this copy look like? It's virtual. Perf issue here. All right, so here we go, kids. Oh yeah, is it not responding? Got a perf issue here. I'm tabbing the next reference here. Okay, here we go. Carrot's here, hands off the keyboard. I'm gonna hit the tab key, tab to next reference. Okay, it's about a second. Tab, it's about a second. Tab. Oh, now it's going quickly. A second ago, it was taking a long time to move through these. Interesting. Let's just try here. Tab. Still not as, it's not as fast as I want. I want it really, really fast. Okay, so I want to go find the virtual version of this thing. All right, let me close the perp issue. Tab to next reference. Get the log files, take a look at that. Why am I having so much trouble finding the virtual one of these? Overridden base member? Oh, it's abstract, that's why. Okay. Let's look at the copy. It's pulling back an iStamp properties. I think we need to change it to iItem properties. I think copy has got to be inside of iItem properties. Stamp group's got a stamps properties. It's got to be iItem properties. Theoretically, that means we can group a monster with a bunch of other items. I guess I'm okay with that. What's my reset image doing? Let's go take a look at that. Yikes, 17 minutes. Yeah, more perp issues here, kids. Oh, you guys must love me now sending you all these logs. Yeah, look. There we go. Took a long time. Roll it back if you didn't see it. I clicked and there was no response here. What am I doing? Control-Shift-M, which is my shortcut to drill into definition or declaration. Let's see, tab, reset image. Just setting image to null here. And where is that declared? Reset image is declared in what interface? Can I get to the interface from here? Where's declaration going to take me? Again, perp issue. Oh, maybe I didn't hit enter. Never mind. That was not one. It's here. Yeah, more perf here as well. I just typed in first stamp, waiting for this to finish. Yeah, this is unusable at this point. Interesting today because we normally do not see perf issues on this, like certainly not to this extreme. There we go. I wonder if it's because, so this is actually interesting. I wonder if it's because we're in kind of a broken state here. We're going to say more perf issues for this issue right here. More perf issues. Like that. Get that out there. Get the log files there. Announcer bot has an exception. Coder's log file already exists. Oh, unable to send that log. that's kind of weird. Error. So I guess that we didn't get the log. One of the log files did not come across in there to you devs. Okay, so there's a first stamp. I want to come in here and I'm going to do, oh yeah, more perf. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Yeah, okay. Definitely not good. All right, so first stamp, what do I want to do here? What have I got? I don't want to do this. I want to actually find the first stamp that is that matches certain criteria. Do I get that as an option here? Do I get to pass it any parameters? It looks like I do not. All right, let's do this instead. Let's go do this, do for each. That's super interesting. It didn't get what was on the clipboard that time either. All right, so I just did a for each and FE template. Oh, because that's what was on the clipboard. That makes sense. Okay. Let's go back. Yeah, we're almost at a point of unusable in terms of performance here, kids. This is definitely not good. Here, FE, right here. I've got stamps on the clipboard. Yeah, I'm just waiting for FE template to expand. Look at that, Visual Studio not responding. There we go. Okay, so fine. Basser JD is now following. Thanks for that follow, Basser JD. Appreciate that. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to close down Visual Studio on this. Let me submit the more perf. I'm going to do another issue out here. Send the devs lots of log files here. I'm going to close this down and restart it and see what happens with the perf. If it's a kind of a state-based kind of issue, maybe we can get a little bit of data on that. All right, here it comes. And I'm going to have to wrap up in about 5 minutes because I want to get that email off to the devs with Simon Gearing's suggestions for reorder generic parameters and get that going. So if we're able to reproduce the perf issues we were just seeing, let's see if we can or not. Yeah, I just did a selection, Alt-Shift right arrow to do camel case selection, delete. Let's see what else. If item is, oh yeah, I think I stamp properties. Then we're gonna say stamp like this. We're gonna say return stamp. And otherwise, we're going to return null. Okay. Then what we need to do here is we need to say, hey, Oh, wait. I want this to be stamp properties. Right here. There we go. So now that's what these are going to look like here. File name. File name can work no matter what. We're okay with that. Here we want similar code for stamp. Flip vertically is going to be similar to that. And this is all because I want to support being able to group characters. Do I really want to fight this hard to get that? I could create a separate character group. So I could only group stamps together as one entity and characters as another. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm backing this up. Hold on. It's okay. Sometimes, you know. Oh, this is where I open this up. All right, so first stamp. This is going to be all right, we're going to go back into stamps. We're going to declare it as iStamp properties. Come back up here, item factory, move type to file. Go back over there, actually. I needed to do here. Also be able to reconstruct characters and character groups. Like that. All right, let's look at, let's do one other thing. To help the devs reproduce, everything's saved at this point. Let's check everything in. So the devs have notice perf issues here. Commit. Beach casts. How you doing, Beach casts? I was hanging out watching Beach casts stream. Was it yesterday? Day before? One of those 2 days. I think it was the day before. Really fun stream. Definitely want to go check out Beachcast. Give Beachcast a follow. It also has. Haven't looked at this code for a long time. Beachcast also has like a fun beach-like, you know, experience to it. It feels beachy to me. All right. Noticed. Serious perf issues here. That's the tag. Push the tag, add the tag out there. See if we can get our devs to look at that and reproduce. Find the problem, remove it. That's what we're looking for. Let me go out to the folders, go out there. Thanks. Yeah, I figured out my lagging issues. Turns out to be my Wi-Fi card was broken. Hardlined now. Yeah, I was having some issues here today too. Interesting. Let's copy this link address and send that to the devs. What's my time? Oh man, I gotta stop, kids. I gotta send some stuff out. I wanted to keep this going. Wanted to finish this up. I hate leaving in the middle of refactoring. It's gonna kind of cheer me up a little bit. Let's go get our. Let's go get. Well, Beachcast, since you're here and you haven't seen us for a while, let's show you a little bit of a tech demo here on what we're doing.
Working.
We've got Dungeons and Dragons stats right up here. I can come in and say, let's do an intimidation check here with advantage. Roll that out. Here comes the roll. It's got advantage, so we're going to get rid of that one right there. Like that. That's cool. We can also... here, hold on a second.
Willie.
Willie's got... what does he got? If I give him the dagger, arm him with the dagger, Willie's not here, but there's the dagger. And I also say that, hey, he's got a target that's flanked. He's got a feature called Sneak Attack that's available. And if we roll with Sneak Attack, here we go, let's roll it. Boom! The dice have got that kind of smoky effect as they come in. Kind of cool. That's the Sneak Attack with the
Look at all
dice
that damage.
having piercing damage right there. Fred. Fred's got his Great Axe. You can roll that attack as well. It's got slashing damage. It's all for their, it's all for our twitch.tv/Dragon Humper Show, which is our comedy Dungeons and Dragons that we're gonna do we're starting up in about 3 weeks, I think, going live. Yeah, really fun stuff. Also, check this out. You want to give me some damage if I get hit? It looks like that. Oh, that was really painful, hard to recover from. If only there was a way to heal. And look at this. The effects are going around me. Look at this. Get this. Get away. It's all, what? Stop. Really fun stuff that we did there. Also, let's cast Chaos Bolt. I haven't played it. Well, it's like I say, comedy, right? We've got all the spells up here showing up beautifully up here as well. And we roll that attack, the Chaos Bolt attack. And we get to choose between the two 8-sided die there, which one of the four we use. Well, we got a 20. You get bonus damage. Look at that. It's a nightmare. Wait, how do I get a miss? I got to write that down. Roll the 20. All right. Roll the 20, and it said I missed. That's a bug. What the what? Checking Wild Magic. If I roll a 1 on this, things go crazy. So, yeah, that's kind of a little bit about what we're doing. Fred over here, I don't know if you've seen Fred or not yet, Beachcast, but Fred digitally puppeteered. Who's the man, Fred? Okay, thanks a lot. All right, guys, let's go out and let's see who we're going to send you off to. We are going to, it's time for me to hit the road. Thanks for sharing it. Loving it. No worries. No worries, Beachcast. You haven't been here in a while? Yeah. So, yeah, if you like comedy and you like Dungeons and Dragons, or you think you might, check us out. Give us a follow over there at Dragon Humpers. This is crazy. Even loading up the stream manager is slow. All right, let's do my raid. Who do we got out there? Clarkio. Boom. Tell Clarkio we said hi. Tell him I said hi. Glad to, it's an honor to raid him. Beachcast, good to see you out here. Give Beachcast a follow, kids, if you haven't already. Say hi to Clarkio, and we will see you on Tuesday.